Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today's topic is going to be how, for the first time in my life, it feels like the New York Jets offense is going to be miles better than their defense. But before we get started, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So now that we got that out of the way, let's jump right into today's topic, which is talking about why I think the Jets offense is going to be incredibly so much better than the Jets defense this year. So I'm, just for context, 24 years old. I have been watching the New York Jets religiously since 2003 when I was 8 years old. Anything before that, I have some memories of, but I wasn't as big of a fan then than I am now. So through most of my lifetime, the New York Jets have been actually not terrible. So let me explain. The narrative around this New York Jets team is that they're a dumpster fire franchise. And now, if you watch some of my videos, you might think that I feel the same way. But realistically, since 1997, when Bill Parcells came in, the Jets were one of the better teams in the top half of the league. I know that sounds crazy because they never won anything, but let's think about it. In the last 20 years, or 22 years ago, the Jets have been to 3 title games. How many other teams could say that they've been to 3 championship games in either the AFC or NFC? Not many. But those teams, more often than not, and anytime the Jets made the playoffs in my lifetime, 98, 01, 02, 04, 06, 9, 10, almost exclusively, it's been on the back of the defense. And throughout the entirety of the Jets' history, when you think of the New York Jets, you think defenses. Todd Bowles, defensive-minded coach. Rex Ryan, defensive-minded coach. 09 team, 10 team. Went to the AFC Championship game, not because of the offense, even though Mark Sanchez was a game manager. He was okay. They had a great running game. It was the defense. They had the best cornerback in the league. They were very stout defensive units. 2006 with Eric Mangini, they had an okay, mediocre offense with Chad Pennington. Great defense. 2004 with Herm Edwards. Okay offense, maybe a little bit better than 06's offense. Very good defense, a top 10 defense. Same thing for 01 and 02. 98, you could argue that they had a good offense because, Curtis Martin was just phenomenal that year, and Vinny Testaverde had one of the best seasons quarterbacked by a New York Jet. Since 2003, big sample size, I took each year and went offensive and defensive rankings in terms of points, and I averaged it out. The Jets offense ranked 21st, in each of those years. Defensively, they ranked 16th. Granted, the last 3 years, that really hurt the Jets because they finished in the lower or upper 20s. Not great defenses the last 3 years in 18, 17, and 16. But more often than not, this Jets defense is why they are good. And in my lifetime, I've seen almost exclusively, like I said, Jets teams built on defense. But for the first time in a very, very long time here, the New York Jets are almost going to be miles better offensively. Like the Jets had a top 10 defense in 2015, 2010, 2009, 2006, 2004. They had a top 10 offense once, 2008 with Brett Favre, and then we know how that happened the last 4 games of that year. It went terribly. This year, the Jets are probably, if I had to guess, they're going to be a top 15 offense. I don't think they could break the top 10. Maybe they push for it, but they should be in the top half of the league in terms of offense. So a pretty decent offense. Defensively, you're probably looking at one of the bottom 10. I don't think they finish above 22. I think you're probably looking at between 25 and 29 in that range defensively. And the reason why I say that is, there's talent. You have Jamal Adams, one of the best young safeties in the league, and you just drafted Quinnen Williams 3rd overall. But they have a good defensive line. They have a very good middle linebacker. It's just the secondary is going to be so bad. I cannot stress enough how badly this Jets secondary is going to be. It could be potentially the worst in the league. Jermaine Johnson, when even healthy last year, was god-awful. Not good. He was not worth the money that he was being paid. Dow Roberts is a number 4 corner, now slotted in as a number 2 corner. And Brian Poole is the middle of the road, an okay slot cornerback. Beyond that, it's a crapshoot. We don't know what we're going to get from your number 4 corner. And you're one injury away from having to start someone like Hairston. Offensively, Sam Darnold in year 2 should take a very good leap. You improve the offensive line slightly. I mean, over last year, it's definitely improved. It's still not phenomenal, but it's an improved offensive line. You have your best skill position player since Curtis Martin and Le'Veon Bell. You have Ty Montgomery, who's an extremely serviceable running back too. You have Bilal Powell, who we know is a solid running back. And the wide receivers, Robbie Anderson's due for a breakout year. Quincy Enunwa, when healthy, we know how good he can be. And Jamison Crowder in the slot should eat. And I should mention that after the first 4 games, Chris Herndon's going to be back, and that's another target for Sam Darnold, Adam Gase, and the New York Jets offense. So to me, I don't think it's any question that the Jets offense is going to be significantly better than their defense. It's just the first time in my lifetime, in my 24 years on this planet, and my last 15 plus seasons of watching the New York Jets, that I'll be seeing a better offense than defense. And to me, I say it's about damn time. Because the NFL is such an offensive-driven league at this point. Yes, I'm not saying you got to win games like 50 to 45 or anything crazy like that, like the Chiefs-Rams game we saw last year. And I do like defensive battles to an extent, but the Jets were so far behind the times for a long, long time. And now it finally feels like, okay, you have your quarterback. Now, all Joe Douglas has to do, and easier said than done, revamp the offensive line, get secondary help, find an edge rush, and now you have something here. So the Jets are on their way, and I'm pretty excited about that because I want to watch them put up some points. For a change, have a fun offense, and be productive. That'd be pretty nice. If you agree with me, comment below. If you disagree with me, you could also comment below too. Get at me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Let me know what you think about the New York Jets offense, and am I underrating their defense even? You let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys next time.